This one seems to be intact. Okay, let's bring it in for analysis.
The implant recovered by the extraction team has fascinating properties. An instant transfer of consciousness, even at the moment of death. Imagine the military application.
Hey guys, and welcome back, and it's good to be back. Yes, and finally I have some Dustfire 14 for you. It's been a while, so I thought I might post this up here. Oh, excuse for the sniffs there, I've got a bit of a cold. Right, well, as you can see, I've got the final polished version of Dustfire 14 for you. They've done a complete polish on all the maps, all the characters and weapons and so on and so forth. But as far as I can tell, they haven't really done anything with regards to the gun gameplay, so on and so forth. As per my last videos, I still maintain that the heavy class is the worst class in Dustfire 14. The Duvel and Gek assault rifles, as well as some of the shotguns, can put a heavy down very, very quickly. And those people that do that aren't the people that are complaining about the heavy class. It's normally the noobs that complain about the heavy class, because the heavy class is just a noob killer. Everyone fears a Gatling cannon running around the battlefield, or should I say walking, because shit, a snail could walk faster than these guys. Well, going back onto the sort of line of thing here, the hit detection for some of the weapons, as well as the gun gameplay, I still feel that's pretty poor with it all. I believe, I think I read on the forums somewhere saying that Wing Commander or Commander Wang or something, or Foxman or something or other, posted up saying that they're gonna be sort of implementing better sort of gunplay with regards to recoil, hit detection, a better polish on the weapons and so on and so forth. But as far as I can work out, they just tweaked a few of the settings for the actual mouse and keyboard, not the PS3 controller, which is a bit disappointing, because the gunplay when when you're aiming, like as in third person or whatever have you, it's very sort of sluggish, but when you sort of aim, bring your sights up and everything, it becomes very light, and it's difficult to sort of transition between the two. So I reckon they need to readdress that. One of my concerns also with regards to this game is that I've read in the forums as well, I haven't seen anything with regards to it coming across to PlayStation 4, which would be a pity, because I've actually pre-ordered myself a PlayStation 4 with Battlefield 4 and a spare controller and this and that and so on and so forth. And if this game doesn't come across to PlayStation 4, well then, unfortunately, I won't be playing it anymore, which is a bit of a sad thing. It'll be a sad day. It'll be a sad day. But hey, you know, one of those things. Dust, make this come across to Battlefield 4. Make this come across to PlayStation 4, please, Dust. Please. Get the devs, rework the code or whatever have you, linguatronic system, whatever have you. I don't give a shit. Just make it happen, please. Put this on PlayStation 4. Please. Right, a few more of my moans and groans and gripes before I get to the yay parts of it. I did say in one of my previous videos that it's similar to Palantir 2 with regards to pay to win. Yes, you do pay to win to a degree in this game. You get yourself something called armour, and you purchase yourself weapons a class above, which then gives you an advantage over every other person in there. However, if you come across someone who's just skilling himself with a skidweave suit and, you know, not costing him or his corporation any money by just running the starter kits, and he's skilled himself out to the prototype weapon, which I've got here, which is the I think it's the Boundless I'm running at the minute, but I've got a A1 heavy frame, not the Sentinel frame yet. You know, it's I don't know. You can skill yourself up to a reasonable level, and then you can get the guys who just want to kick ass and throw money at it. You do get a degree of that. I know I'm probably going to get trolled for saying that, but hey, it's what happens, you know. It still doesn't deny the fact of that. Right, well, no, that's done and done with. I still got a bit of a gripe with the LAVs. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my previous videos, but people just call in the free LAV that they get, and they climb into it, and they drive around the actual battlefield running people over. And in a sense, it's not a real problem, because at the end of the day, it's what happens, you know, whatever gets you the kill. But when you're shooting at the actual person driving, or the gunner, or the passenger, you're not actually hitting them. You're actually just hitting the actual vehicle. So I reckon they need to sort of, you know, I don't know, make it easier for whoever's shooting them to be killed. I don't know how you do it. I'm just pointing out my things on it, my opinions. Now, another thing bit of an idea I've got with this game that could happen, should happen I think, is that it's basically land grabbing. You're grabbing positions to, you know, control the area. So why is it that when you capture a point, you then got to capture a CRU and a supply depot? Why not when you capture a point, you then have the supply depot and CRU drop in, and then that CRU and supply depot belong to you, and then when the opposite team capture that point, the supply depot and their CRU detonate, and then their supply depot and their CRU drop in. You know, that could be a better idea for it. Many ways to skin a cat, I suppose. Other than that, you know, I don't really have a problem with Dustfire 14. I really do enjoy playing the game. I really do. Most of what brings me back to the game are the people that I play with. You know, fart humor and toilet jokes is always a good thing. There are some tryhards out there, and you know, all respect to them. That's all they play is Dustfire 14. I do play other various games. You know, Mass Effect, Skyrim, Battlefield 3, which will soon be Battlefield 4. Yay! And so on and so forth. So I'm not sort of tied to one particular game. Oh, I do apologise, I have got a bit of a cough and a cold. Well, actually, that is all the sort of gripes I've got with regards to Dustfire 14. Other than that, I think it's a very, very well put together game. Coming from the MMORPG genre to a first-person shooter genre, I think CPP and the devs have done a decent enough job. No one's perfect, you know. It's interesting to see how their take on a first-person... Jesus, I got blown up there. It's interesting to see how their take on a first-person shooter is according to the sort of CODs and Battlefields and Halos. This is not a direct clone across from any of them games. This is its own sort of thing, because you can't compare this to any of them, because they are better, because they've had several years sort of perfecting their sort of niche fan base, whereas Dustfire 14 doesn't really have that yet. I reckon in a few years' time, when they sort of fix out all the quirks and problems that they're having, I reckon this will be a game to reckon with. But it needs to come across to the PlayStation 4. And again, I've read in the forums and I can't really see that happening anytime soon. If you guys know of anything else that's with regards to Dustfire 14 coming across to PlayStation 4, please let me know, please, so I can read that post and see what's actually going to be implemented and actually played with, so on and so forth. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers for watching, and eat, sleep, Dustfire 14, yeah!
Mission accomplished. Hostile MCC destroyed. Area secured.
What you want? What you want?